So I want to ask the crowd: is there anyone who's in the chat room right now, or watching it on? Yeah, it's on the chat room because it won't help to be able to watch it on YouTube. It's not going to answer the question. Is there anybody in the chat room right now who's watching this on a Mac? If so, please, or you might want to ask them because they can't even hear it. They can't even hear it. Mac users. Mac users.
So I got a communist.
Yeah, I know.
I got a communist in here who says, "Hey, I'm a communist," and even I say you need to upgrade your camera.
It's not the camera. It's not the camera. It's got nothing to do with the camera. He's sending his whole thing over to cam streams, and they're getting pulled down because they don't have any bandwidth and they don't care.
Man who does not care about his appearance is not going to care about his audio, says the Upper West Sidish Rebbe.
He's got a good point, actually.
So show me the way, Rabbi. Blaze the trail.
Okay.
Start doing
within the next
live chats and
all right. Within the next
invite
2
women over to your apartment to do interviews and show me the way.
Hey, now we're talking. Within the next couple of weeks, you're going to see a transformation. You're going to see Ustreams on. Oh, and here's another thing. You can actually broadcast it on your Facebook. You don't have to say to people, "Oh, go to my web." You can have it right on Facebook. It works very nice with all the social medias that are out there. So there you go.
Okay.
I'm a Mac, but I'm using a PC. No,
Don't worry about that.
I bet you all these people are using PCs. It's all starting to come together. I think the problem is cam streams. It's not your computer. It's not your camera. It's okay, because I can tell you that your camera is no worse than mine. I have a cheapo camera. Okay, so that's not the problem. The problem is cam streams. You gotta break away from it. You gotta end the addiction.
Thank you for your help, D-Medic. He sent in some info this week about using Blog TV, so I just never got around to checking it out yet, but thanks for your help. So do you have anything from last week's chat?
Oh, yeah, I do. Thanks for asking.
I want you to cut my beard live on the webcam.
No. How about if I give him a live circumcision?
That's for shalom. And you're not going to do Miss Pizza?
That's where they.
How do you say that?
Something like that. Okay. First of all, I want to correct something I said.
Okay.
Last week you asked me if did I ever host meetups for my fans or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually have.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about it. It's been years though. It was from my MySpace days. We actually would do those meetup things.
And did anyone come?
Yes.
So, tell me about.
Well, there's nothing in particular to tell, but I watched the video and I watched myself lie and say no, I haven't, because I forgot. So how do people come to his?
That was his first one, so no.
Nobody came?
No.
It's L.A. You need to tell them it's L.A.
The Upper West Side of Sharevi asked, Luke, has any woman wanted you since that beard reached its current length? Not that I'm aware of, Rebbe.
You got to tell them it's part of L.A. That the way it works in L.A., you say, hey, I'm having an event. Right?
Yeah.
And you get 100, you send out 100 invitations, and 25 people say, I am going to be there. Right?
Yeah.
How many people do you think are going to be there?
10.
25 said they will be there. How many do you think will be there?
10.
I say 3.
Okay.
It's about 10% of the people. If it's an LA thing, it's 10% of the people who say they are going to be there. A maybe is a definite no, okay? A no is a for certain no, and a yes is like 90% no. And that's just the way LA is. Nobody shows up for anything. It's really sad. Okay. Then I found something else that I wanted to discuss.
Mm-hmm.
I found a contradiction in something you said.
Oh my God.
So I want to confront you with it and bring it to your attention.
Please.
You said to me in one episode that the reason why you don't like people don't disappoint you is because you have very low expectations. Try to get some of that in your mouth. You have very low expectations from people. The Levi says he's got very low expectations for people. He doesn't expect much of people, right?
Yeah.
He keeps the bar low for them.
Yeah.
And yet, in another episode, you said you have extremely high expectations on potential women he could marry, such as they must have perfect grammar.
I didn't say perfect grammar. I've never said perfect grammar. I just said good grammar, and that's not a high expectation. That's
a very high expectation.
That's just something that any woman of class has.
That's your opinion.
Mm-hmm.
My opinion is obviously not that. I don't believe that class and grammar have anything to do with each other. But you've made the bar unnaturally and almost irrationally. You've set this bar very high for potential women, and this is the same, which is problematic in itself, in my opinion, because you've filtered yourself out of the dating pool, and it's going to be hard enough for you to get married, and now you've said basically, I don't want to be married. I just want to have good grammar by myself. I'm happy to write on my blog with perfect grammar in my perfect world.
So you say the great breasts beat great grammar?
I didn't say that.
No, but the Upper West Side-ish.
Can you stop with him already? I'm tired. That's enough. He's had his share of screwing up the show tonight. So, what I'm saying is, you've filtered out so many women this way, which is already a problem, but then you've coupled it with this hypocrisy of, I don't set the bar high, and I don't have high expectations.
I wouldn't defriend someone for having poor grammar. I just...
You actually said one night that you could never be friends with somebody with poor grammar.
I wouldn't defriend them on Facebook, but yeah, I could never be friends with someone with bad grammar.
Okay, so you've had high expectations from people. That's high expectations from people. And another conversation you said you have very low expectations from people. So here, I want you to look at me for a second. And I wanted to show you how you and me are actually similar, and I'm going to explain it to you. I delete people from Facebook all the time, and I block them, and I cut people off from my life all the time. And you said to me, oh, because your expectations are very high for people. But at the same time, you say you can't have friends with somebody who's got bad grammar. So I just can't be friends with somebody who ignores me, or somebody that says certain things that I cut them off and I block them. I have certain expectations from people. When they're not met, they're gone. You have certain expectations. When they show bad grammar, you cut them off from your life. You couldn't be friends with them. I don't see that those two things are different. They just show up in different areas. But we're very much the same. We both have high expectations from people in certain things. We have low expectations from them in other things. I don't have high expectations from them in terms of grammar, and I don't care. You don't
all I want is a woman who can articulate herself with the same grace that Dee Maddox shows. All I want is a woman like Dee Maddox or the Upper West Side Rebbe. And I really think I found one in Daria Mordecai. I mean, this is a woman with consistently great grammar. And I really think I finally found
she has not great grammar at all. I just looked up and she wrote rabs with an apostrophe.
You're like picking on little things.
But it's apostrophe before the S. There's no apostrophe in my name. So much for that. That was bad timing.
Also, I haven't kicked anyone out of my life since I've known you.
Okay.
So whatever my high standards are, no one's been...
Okay, but
I can't remember the last time I kicked someone out of my life.
But you won't let them in your life if they
I won't let them in if they demonstrate consistently bad grammar.
Right. And I won't... And the difference is I let people in because I have the benefit of the doubt. But when they ignore me or something, I just get rid of them. I hit that delete and block button really fast. Boom, boom, you're gone.
Women with bad grammar, I may want to pound them very hard, but I don't want to marry them.
You're one sick individual.
Holly Randall, for instance, had great grammar. She was a pretty cool photographer and a good writer.
Okay.
And she paid for all our dates. And in many ways, she was the ideal woman. But she wasn't Jewish.
So I see that